Hello guys, welcome to Soccer Voices. This is your #1 US study abroad channel for African students who wants to succeed in their visa application journey or throughout their school application journey. Today I just want to quickly share with you my experience, how I got my appointment date. I got a message today on my platform that the date has been difficult for people to get, and as such he's trying to give up. And I was like, hold on a minute. If I'm to share my story, you'll be surprised. So I just want to take this opportunity to share with you guys how mine went personally, so that you can take a bit of inspiration, take a key from my experience. So I got involved in this whole school application in 2022, early 2022. I applied for 3 schools: Michigan Tech, Delaware, and I think Northern Arizona. And I got an admission into all. But since I applied to Michigan Tech first, it was like symbolic to me, so I had to go there. So to be able to apply for my I-20, that's the document for the visa interview, you needed a bank statement, and I used Empower loan. So I've found time and do video about just financing, or the finance aspect of the interview. I'll do a separate video on that. So I got my Empower loan letter, and then it's called support letter. So I used that to get my I-20. Because Michigan Tech doesn't give funding to international students most of the time. Most people use Empower. But the funny thing is that initially when I got admission, I didn't know anything about Empower. So I struggled to get bank statements, which was very tough. That's why you hear, oh, my uncle, my aunt, whatever, because our parents are not rich, from rich background. But because of right association, right network, and right information, I got to know Empower, which was like a game changer for me. I always say this, even when I became ambassador for them, it was one of the main reasons why I accepted that ambassadorial role for them, because they made an impact on me. Fast forward, so when I got the admission around March, April, I bought my MLV. But at that time, I used to work offshore too. I used to go to sea, so I would go and spend like a month or 2 offshore to work. So I was also preparing to go offshore. So I bought the MLV, started filling the forms, watching YouTube videos on how to fill my DS-160 and stuff. But when I got admission, I wanted to apply. Somebody said he would take me like 30,000 Ghana cedis to just give me or teach me to be able to pass the visa interview. There's some aura around the embassy. So they said, it's like, no, I've done my undergrad. I should be able to read and do this on my own. So I had to do research, and then I was able to find some WhatsApp platforms, and I joined. And I've made good friends till date. Now my closest friends are like from those pages we met. And I got introduced to these platforms, and then I got to know what you call date hunting. So we have a group, date hunting groups. You join and you do some timetable. So let's say this person hunt from 9 a.m. to let's say 1 p.m. And then once there's date, the person will use the tick mark and update that people will rush. So I joined these hunting pages, but unfortunately I had to leave for offshore to go and then work. So I was offshore trying to work and trying to also monitor. So it was a bit challenging, because mostly when I go offshore, I work in the day. Sometimes I work on night shift, and it's like you don't have time to do that. So they took out for the hunting pay, because I wasn't able to fit in my time to monitor the platform. And sometimes people even go in too much and they block their account for some minutes or for some days. So I was checking, I couldn't find a date. I requested for emergency, and still I couldn't find a date. So I came back like late July, getting to August, and date wasn't available. And through the platforms, I got to know about Abidjan. That, oh, Ghanaians who don't get dates go to like other countries like Abidjan or like Cote d'Ivoire to get their interviews there. So I can try. I've never been to Abidjan before. That was my first time. But I had to take the blue by the horn. So I connected with one man in Abidjan. He paid my MLV fee out there. So I had to cancel the one I've paid in Accra already. So that was like double money. And who cares? So I paid that, and that time you had to also call the MLV to move your data, like your application from Accra to the Abidjan portal. I called and they asked me, are you sure you want to transfer? You lose all your money. I said yes, transfer. And then they honestly transferred my data to Abidjan data. And I tried searching for a date. So throughout August, I was hunting assiduously. Anytime I pick my phone, I check, no date. So I had to sort of tell my school to defer my application, because I couldn't get a date to go in fall. So I had to go in spring. And my school obliged. They gave me like the spring I-20. So I started hunting. So just imagine, from July, late July, so I started the hunting from August. Then September, October, November, December, no date, right? So now spring is also about to start because mostly spring starts early January. I'm not getting a date. And I think on the 2nd of January, I got a date in Abidjan. And that date was around 12 or so, if my memory serves me right. 12th of January, that was the date I got. And at that time, the school was supposed to start on 9th. I emailed the school and told them of my situation, that this is my situation. My date is on the 12th, but my start date is 9th, which is not that good because port of entry can face challenges. So they should extend my date for me. Either they give me a late arrival letter or the school said they don't issue such a letter. So the best way for me is to defer. And mind you, I've already deferred from fall to spring. And deferring again means I have to pay another MRV. And I told them, like, look, I can't, because Abidjan, you only had one chance at that time to schedule for a date. And back and forth with them. So I had to defer my loan and defer the application. So in spring, but I got fall I-20. I was a tough negotiator. So I got fall 2023 I-20 in spring 2023. So when I got my visa, I had to stay or wait for like 7 months before traveling. So it's not that rosy, but I want to share this with you to inspire you that yes, probably you might have funding. The only downside is your funding will be rescinded. But hey, the way of man is not the will of God. Trust me. Just do what you're supposed to do. Just hunt for the dates. Check the portal and God will come through for you. So with this story, I had to even stay home for 7 months. So our next video, I'll just extensively talk about how I went through the visa interview proper. I'll share my experience with you guys for you to also take a cue and lesson from this. My name is Opambo. Thank you for watching.